Namaskar. The Kajal Hindustani or Kajal Shringla case. Is she still in jail? When is she going to get her day in the court where she can plead for bail? Well, if reports are to be believed, she's going to be actually getting to see a judge today, that is the 13th of April. And there are lots of things that I want to talk about. Since the first time that I and Jagdish ji talked about this, there are lots of updates I wanted to share with you. So here is a small deck of what happened thus far. So we all know Kajal Hindustani. She's a very popular up and coming personality in Gujarat, and people have been thronging to her to listen to her speeches, and we've already played the specific speeches that appears to have really raised the shackles of some. But there is a story behind this, and that's what I want to share with you today. So here's the timeline. On 30th March, Kajal made a speech where she talked about all the benefits that Muslim women will derive by marrying Hindu boys. So this was one of the speeches. Now, on the 2nd of April 2023, following a complaint by one section of society that this speech was inflammatory, an FIR was filed. But there was no specific reasons given. They just said that this is, I don't have the exact reason under which the FIR was filed, but it did happen. So what happened in between these two? Here we go. That was on 2nd of April. But only on the 9th of April was Kajal arrested, and now she's going to appear in front of a judge tomorrow, or tomorrow for me because I'm recording it on the 12th, but by the time you're watching it, it's probably already 13th. So she should be out on bail on the 13th. What happened that caused all this stuff? Well, the story is that on the 1st, 30th is when she made the speech, 31st and 1st. Let me go back here to show you the dates again. 30th and 31st and 1st, there were a lot of exchanges of bad words and so on and so forth. There was a peace committee that was formed, and they were supposed to have met and sorted this out in the town of Una. That didn't yield any result, but they were rioting. There was rioting. I'm not mincing any words. 250 people from the Muslim community took part in that. And they not only hurled stones, but they also damaged property. Out of those, about 80 plus have been caught, and from the video evidence. And also there was a Sartan Se Juda call on the 31st. I think you probably saw that video as part of Jagdish ji's talk. Many people have been identified and have been imprisoned, but there are still 170 looming around. So is this like a monkey balancing, counterbalancing here? Okay, I've caught all of you. I'm also going to catch Kajal, because what she did does not appear to be infringing anything which you would, say that this is violation of freedom of speech. So why is it then that, people are, she is in prison? Well, here is a tweet from Anand Ranganathan, which he has since withdrawn. I don't know why he withdrew it. I have no idea. I didn't talk to him. So this came out today, and it's been 3 days since Kajal was dumped in Junagadh jail, notorious for overcrowding, prison fights, drugs, and infectious diseases. What's her crime? Delivering a speech that elicited calls by Muslims for her arrest and beheading. What is the story? What is the backstory here? And this is where things get really interesting. It is believed that this whole thing was managed by a party functionary of the Gujarat party of BJP. And I'm telling this because I'm hoping that somebody in the Ministry of Home Affairs or the PMO will alert Messrs. Amit Shah and Narendra Modi that there is some internal politics involved here, that somebody was jealous of the crowds that Kajal was getting in her speeches, and therefore they tried to, incite people, and essentially this is a hit job. A hit job not of journalism, but a literal hit job. And that is how this whole thing has come up. We have very reliable evidence of who it was. If somebody contacts us, we'll be happy to share it with them. But there is a caveat. Once we share, we expect action to happen. If it doesn't happen, then that who it is and what the government did will also come out. I'm just trying to make sure that this does not become one of those cases where, this becomes a problem in the upcoming Karnataka elections. I'm just being fair. as to what really gets spoken in various masjids on Fridays, no one knows, but I am betting my bottom dollar that words much harsher than this are exchanged and talked about. This is something that is normal, has been happening for many years. We still don't know what exactly is being taught in madrasas. I'm afraid that's not being acted upon fast enough. You have to first look at internal security, and I'm not sure how much the Modi government is focused on understanding what exactly is going on, where a lot of lies are being spread. So this is where I'm going to stop now. This is where things stand. We fully expect Kajal to get a bail tomorrow, and then this case should be dismissed, because we don't see any question of violation of freedom of speech of any sort. I mean, whatever she said is what you would get if you have uniform civil code, and this government somehow messed it up, in my opinion. But anyway, that's water under the bridge. We don't know when it'll reconsider and start doing it. You have to act on some of these things. Nobody's special. Because I don't like all these things happening in India, because first of all, this is beginning to reflect in the United States. Then the US politicians are starting to weigh in on what should be happening in India. They completely conveniently forget that they are not able to control their own constituency, their own people. Everybody wants something more. Everybody wants special treatment. There is nothing called special treatment. You have to earn it, which means you have to work hard, whatever it is that you do. Getting shortcut is not going to work, and I'm staunchly against these kinds of playing victimhood. We are special, we need some more help. Nah, none of that stuff. Everybody has a brain, 2 hands, 2 legs, 2 eyes. Make the best use of it. Thanks for watching, and please like, share and subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to click on the bell button for notifications.